Hey guys, Trisha here, PrettyLosers.com, and tonight we have some special guests. Christina will be popping in soon, we hope, and Lena is actually out. Her parents are in town, so we will have her back next week with our guest Christy from Sizzle This. So this week we have Anthony.
Hello.
And Alicia.
You know, I had to do that.
Yeah. And the famous Michael May.
Hello. Yay, Michael.
So I did have to invite Alicia on so I wouldn't be overwhelmed with testosterone.
Right. That's still going to happen.
Yeah, I don't like to be outnumbered.
Yeah.
Maybe I do, a little bit. So let's quickly go over how everybody's week was. Anthony, how are you doing?
Well, I appreciate you asking. I've actually had pharyngitis since late Sunday, so my voice is not exactly what it should be right now. My sinuses and everything's just clogged up. Aside from that, I've had to take a couple of days off from work, which I'm not accustomed to, so I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I'm usually at the office 2 or 3 days a week and out in the field driving 400, 500 miles a day, just taking care of my guys. But and of course, I have my daily lack of protein that I'm trying to keep up with, so I don't get nearly enough protein like I'm supposed to. People freak out about that.
I freak out about that. So how much, okay, when did you have surgery, just in case people don't know you? My mom calls you the chocolate man.
I'm the chocolate man, apparently. I had surgery February the 3rd of this year. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and I mentioned that because not everybody gets the same surgery. I went through Dr. A in Piedras Negras, Mexico, through endobariatric. Pardon me, my mouth's getting dry. And I have lost, I think, a total of 112 since the surgery, and I'm down about 161 or 162 since my pre-op diet starting in November of last year. Wow. So I'm kind of melting. I'm turning into a flying squirrel. I got skin hanging everywhere, and I got to work on that before too long.
Wow, that's a lot of weight. That's pretty good.
I lost a chunky valley girl. That's about what I lost. About 161 pounds.
For sure.
For sure.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, Alicia, what's going on with you?
Nothing. I've had a good week. I think kind of up and down. This weather is just driving me crazy. Like, it's nice one day and then it's ugly one day, but yesterday was amazing. I got to spend it with Michelle Wheeler, and we had so much fun. And oh my gosh, like, yesterday was like the best day in so long, and I laughed so hard. It was amazing. It was amazing.
And the best part of your day was last night spending it with me.
Oh yeah, and then of course, last night what a show we had last night on Real Talk. It was a little crazy. So leave it to Michael to make everything crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I know, right?
What about you, Michael? What's going on with you?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just hanging in there and working, and had an awesome weekend.
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh my God! This weekend I went and met some amazing people.
Oh.
Yes, like truly amazing, gorgeous ladies and their spouses. So I got to meet, Christina and Trisha and Mama Connie. So it was an amazing weekend all around. I mean, the highlight, of my week. And looking forward to many, many more trips.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I guess I'll go with my weekend. I also got to meet some awesome people. We met Connie. She came over for a barbecue. I didn't really think it was supposed to be birthday themed, but it kind of was. I made Michael chocolate chip cookies. from Albertsons. And we just had a great time. Christina came up from the San Antonio area. Michael and his beautiful wife came up from Houston. And we just had a lot of fun. We were working on starting some rumors.
Okay, can I say that all I heard was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what to expect when Michael, I was nervous, and Michael walked in that door and he was like, just Michael. So, like, I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Oh, I was talking about nervous. I was so excited to get there, and then when I got there, I was like, Angela, let's just go home. I'm
Why are
standing.
you so nervous?
I'm standing at her door, and I look at Angela. I was like, okay, we can go home. She was like,
Did Angela knock you upside the head like she usually does?
pretty much. She said, ring the damn doorbell so we can go inside.
She's adorable. Yeah, I was really nervous, and then I saw Michael, and I was like, I know this dude. I'm not scared at all. And then he touched my boobs. No, I'm just kidding, guys. A little bit. But he's exactly like the person that you see online, except he's very shy at first. It takes him a little bit to warm up, and then he starts giving you those little Michael faces.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
And the entire time, like the whole night, I kept looking at him, and he just had like that smile right there.
Aww.
Yeah.
It was an amazing weekend. I was on such a high, and then it was time to go home. It was like,
Yeah. Everybody's going to have to come out again, and we'll actually be able to show you the town and stuff.
yeah,
I want to come.
doesn't get hurt. So,
Yeah, your son got hurt, which sucks. Is he doing better?
oh, he's milking it. He's hobbling around here. I mean, it's really in a bad spot right there on his shin. I mean, he was hopping up on a flatbed trailer and slipped and gashed his leg open, and it's like in a U shape, so that he's got like 7 stitches and
Ugh.
right there on his shin bone. So, and he's a very thin guy too, so there ain't much down there.
I saw that face, Anthony. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go into our topic. And we've already talked about our tiny little meetup. And we're going to talk about not making any crazy or any big decisions after weight loss surgery. So Anthony wanted to talk about this, so why don't you start us off, Anthony?
Well. Introductions are over with. Let's go ahead and bring up a little bit about where I came up with this topic, where we came up with this topic. I've heard a few times over the course of the last 6, 7, 8 months that people are making some pretty drastic changes after they've lost a certain amount of weight, or once they've reached their goal, or if they're not reaching their goal, they try to take more desperate measures, things like that. It's a general rule that I've heard that it's a good idea to give yourself, even if you have to take it down, give yourself a good 365 days before you make any rash decisions in your life. And I'm talking new relationship, new girlfriend, new husband, anything that could potentially make huge waves in your life. Your weight, changing your weight after surgery, even for those of you who haven't had surgery yet, you're probably going to lose a great deal of weight. It's going to change your life. You're going to start thinking differently. Your hormones are going to change. People are going to start treating you differently. You'll find different levels of respect, different levels of disrespect, and you might eventually wind up just completely changing crowds that you'd normally be in. It can cause some turmoil in the way you think and the way you do things throughout your life. And if you're not busy enough with your job or hobbies, then it can be pretty easy to fall off the deep end with making some decisions that you might not otherwise make if you hadn't gone through such a transition. So my marriage, everybody should know I'm married. My marriage has had its ups and downs. I love my wife to pieces. She knows that. And we've had a few ups and downs since I've lost some weight, and we've had to work to make things better. And I think we've made some great progress in that. we've got a lot of changes to make, and we've got a lot of hope, and hope for the future, I think. But these things happen when you go through the changes that you go through with weight loss surgery, and it's going to completely change your body. You're going to feel like I haven't really seen it in myself yet. I saw one before and after picture, and I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a change there. But now that I've lost 160 pounds, I'm starting to see a bigger difference, and it's kind of giving me some more self-confidence. It's giving me some more, it's done something for my self-esteem. Even, I've got about 100 employees under me right now, and they will frequently say, how awesome I look or how great I look, and it's not normal when you're working in the oil field for another guy to come up to you and say, hey man, you're looking pretty good today. And of course, that might fit some stereotypes people think about the oil field, but it's not like that. No, but I've got a good group of guys working under me and that I work with. But even strangers who I would see in passing would say, "Gosh, what's new? What's different with you?" And I'll tell them, hey, I've lost 160 pounds since November, and they're like, "What? How's that even possible?" But going back to the main point here, look at me, falling off topic. I'm an English major. I should know how to stay on topic. But it's a good idea to try to force yourself to go a little bit slower with life once you start kind of going downhill. Downhill in a good way because you fought to climb the hill and now you're going downhill with your weight. Give yourself some time. I would think that any rash decisions made within that 365-day period could be, based off of emotional changes or, hormone changes. You got to let yourself, even things out and let your hormones chill out and catch up with the rest of your body, and be careful making some of those rash decisions early in your. Sorry, my dog just came in. She's growling at me. Be careful making some rash decisions early in your weight loss. And if anyone has anything else to add to that, any stories that you might have, let me know.
So, Michael, how long have you been out of surgery? I forget.
I'll be 3 years, December 29th.
Okay. And I know, Alicia, you just hit your 2 years.
Yeah, I'm like 28 months out.
So did you guys ever feel like you needed to do any of that yourself, or what?
Well, listening to Anthony talk about this whole, and I know I know that people have talked about it off and on, not a lot, I think, but off and on. But listening to Anthony talk about it, it just, I think about like my life and what I have gone through in the last little over 2 years, and I still feel like for myself that I'm still at that where I can't not make, because it's so easy to jump and make these rash decisions, but your life changes so much. And I think even at, over 2 years, Michael, 3 years, don't you still feel like you're going through so many changes?
Yeah, even 3 years out, the changes are still, it's constant. The changes with my attitude, my personality, my my mindset, it's different from month to month. It's until I can really level out. I've dropped 214 pounds. I dropped more than that. I've had a little bit of regain, but 10 pounds or so. But
You're gonna have those fluctuations, though.
Yeah, we're gonna have fluctuations like that, but it's still the mental aspect of this. I did make some big changes this year. I sold my business. Went to work for somebody. Moved.
Yeah.
I moved. It was all within a couple of months. I was like, hey, I got to do this. It's time for a change. And at a little over 2 years out, it was time to make changes. big changes. And those, closing a business that was family owned since 1983. I mean, that's a big decision. That is a life changer. I thought about it the first year, and I was like, no, I can't. I've only heard do not make big changes the first year, and that would have been huge. But the second year, it was easier. I'm gonna say this now because I know she's probably not watching because she don't do YouTube. But like my cousin, she just had surgery, like in June of this year. She left her husband last month.
Stop talking about me that I had surgery in June. I didn't leave my husband though.
Right. It's and I tried telling her, don't wait, see what happens. But there was problems before her surgery, so.
Can I say something, Trisha?
Mm-hmm.
No.
For me, I went from when I first had surgery, like before I had surgery, I was very I didn't really do much. I spent most of my time by myself. I didn't really have any friends. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Like I wanted. This is a really hard subject for me, but I used to pray every night that I would die because the pain was so awful. And then I never thought I would get to that day where I had weight loss surgery. And Trisha, I knew you before. I believe we knew each other before I had weight loss surgery. Michael,
Yeah.
And I went through times where it was like I just gave up, But now, going through all this, friends are really hard friendships are really hard for me to do, because it's like when you start losing and everyone notices you, and it's like you want everyone to be your friend and stuff, and it's like that's I guess that's the biggest thing on my changes in my life, that just being able to take time away and be like, okay, I need to continue with my what I need to do with myself, And I saw this and I posted it today on my Facebook. It says, evaluate the people in your life, then promote, demote, or terminate, because you're the CEO of your life. And it just, I was like, that is so perfect, because I have to take control of my life, because no one else can do it for me, So, like I said, even 2 years out, there's still so many changes, I think, that come and go, and things that I can't control in 2 years, and from going to feeling like nobody to all of a sudden people notice you, but for a good reason, instead of you're just the biggest girl in the room. It's a really hard change.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Yeah, and you kind of have to. The weight loss process actually causes you to discover who the toxic people are in your life.
Yeah.
I think we've done some discussion, even if it's just between myself and friends, myself and Trisha, about toxic relationships, and it's a pretty intense situation when you realize that you have to, in effect, start your own purge process of your friends list, your phone, your daily activities. You have to kind of change what you're doing, and you kind of get to live a little bit more when you don't have that oppression from the people that you realize are not worth your time.
Yeah. Well, even for me, it's even been the food. I've had to learn to purge that food, totally, say, there's just certain things that just you have to, for me, I have to get rid of, because I can't just do a little of, because I'm an all or nothing girl. So I just, yeah.
Are you really?
Talking about friends and whatnot, that was something else that I did not do. The first year, I did not cut no one out. There was some that I needed to, in my personal life, not only in the community. But I was so set on not making, that would have been a big change. You know, I didn't cut no one out of my life, you know, my personal life, even until after I was probably about 18 months out, and I was like, okay, it's time. These people are toxic. They're weighing me down. You know, it's got to go.
But I mean, like, okay, I know you always tell me, Michael, that I'm like in my batshit crazy phase, and and I know that, but I don't, I don't know. I just feel like I can't make a decision for the life of me. Like, I
Hmm.
feel like every decision I make is just bad, and I have to like. I was talking to Anthony the other day, and I was like, I want a dog, and he was like, no. So what do? I go get a dog, and then he bites Henry, and it's just like he's like, I'm not going to tell you I told you so, but I'm like, damn it, and it's like I'm like I was so set that I needed this dog, like so set.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like, because for the first probably year and a half or so, I felt like I was missing something. I was like, there's something that I need something. And I was convinced. I'm 41 now. I admit it, but I was convinced, and I'm trying to convince my boyfriend that this is not going to happen. I've been with him 21 years, still not going to happen, but he's convinced that we're going to have another baby, and I'm like, for a while, I was like, I need another baby because, like, I need something to, like, because I'm just, my son is almost 20, and I'm like, and then I'm like, Alicia, you do not need another baby. Go get your friends' babies, babysit them, take them back. I'm like, Chris, I tell him, no, we don't need another baby.
I
No.
think SpongeBob just wants to practice making babies with
You know what?
you.
You may be right, but every time I turn around,
He's all walking in there. You want a back rub, baby?
no,
That's
he
where that
really,
starts.
I know, right? But he really is good with kids, and he's like, we like our friends' kids. He'll watch them and he'll be like, I want a baby. I'm like, no, you don't, because no.
Go
My
get a
son's
puppy.
20. No.
Don't get a puppy.
Hey, talk to
Right.
Anthony about the puppies before you get the puppies.
Right?
Don't get the puppy. Yeah, because you'll be taking that puppy back like I had to, crying.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I agree with Alicia there. I mean, the first year, I mean, I dropped the weight quick. I dropped 170 something pounds my first year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's from 407 down to it was like 230 something my first year.
Hmm.
But I had a feeling like I'm missing something. I need something. I need something more in my life. And then that's when I realized it's time to start living and stop holding myself back. Because I can go and do the stuff that I want to do. Where before it's like, damn, I'm just too damn fat to go do anything.
Yeah. So you did say that you didn't like purge people out of your life.
No.
But what if that's holding you back, or what if it's stressing you out to the point where you're just like,
I didn't really have the big stress triggers that first year to 18 months. I knew I had people that in my life that weren't healthy for me.
Okay.
I did distance myself from them, but I didn't actually cut no one out until later. Should have I? Yes. But I didn't want to make no big changes because what if it was just me going through my batshit crazy stage? What if they weren't really that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but hell, yeah, they were that bad.
I think for me, like, as far as I feel like I needed to come clean about things and just be like, okay, this is where I've messed up. You can either accept what I've done and hopefully move on from this and accept my sincere apology, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have messed up, and I think that's a part of me, like, letting go of all this has just also made me feel better. And
Well, you got to screw up before you can do better. I mean, yeah, that's just that's how life
I
works.
mean,
totally screwed up. Yeah.
you're not moving forward.
Yeah. If you're not making progress, you're going backwards. I mean, there's very few times in your life where you're staying in the exact same spot.
Right.
And if you're not doing something to make yourself better, it's damn near guaranteed you're going backwards in life. So it's good to see progress.
Yeah.
I mean, and I do believe, I mean, if I was a year out and I really knew this person, was super toxic and holding me back and just making me even more batshit crazy, I probably would have cut them out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if anyone has to do that within the first year, just make sure it's really happening.
Make sure you're not making it up. Make sure you're not crazy. So, Anthony, I know you said something about, like, you and your wife and you're working on your relationship and stuff like that. So, I mean, what made you decide that, it's something you want to work on, or you just, like...
Well, I may not have the best intro for this because these aren't exactly questions that I've rehearsed, so you got to let me organize my thoughts for a second. When it comes to anything that I put my time into, anyone that I give my attention to, I go full throttle. And when I've gone full throttle, that means I've made an investment, and that means that I've put something into it that I want to see do better. And I want to see something good come out of it. I think any relationship, any relationship that's founded on something good and something right and something, pleasant, has the potential to excel and become something wonderful. I think not everybody finds their soulmate. I don't know whether I've found my soulmate or not, but it feels as close to it as I have, or as that I could possibly, understand or know. But I think I realized that even with the issues that we were faced with, I put enough of myself into my life, because her life with me is not just her life, it's not just my life, but it became what was our life, and I don't have 100% claim on that, so how can I throw it away? It's not 100% mine to get rid of, so why would I be the one to just be the sole disposal unit of it? So I decided, and this is recently, and it's not something we've discussed openly too much, but we really did have a couple of rocky times here in the last couple of months. I'd say the last 3 months, and we've made some strides in trying to correct some of the issues, and we've taken some pretty big steps. And they've all been for the better so far, from what I can see and from what I can tell. Just like any relationship, we got our bad points and we got our good points, and it's starting to get to where the good points are leveling out with the bad points. So I've got some hope for what we have, and I'm just staying positive about it when there's no active negativity going on. I think that helps a lot. But I saw value, and when I see value in someone or something, I pursue it. And I do believe in what the Bible says. The Bible says, seek peace and pursue it, and that's kind of what I did. When I went to seek peace, things started to level out a bit.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that. Because I think that any time, especially when you're married, it's just worth trying your everything.
Oh yeah, you have to push for it. You really do have to push for what's good. And like I said, if you invest so much of yourself into something and you don't come to the realization that relationship is really toxic or really horrible for you, work on it. Nobody's gonna paint a Rembrandt the first try. Even Rembrandt had to work at all their works for multiple times before they came up with a finished product. Just like Monet and all the other famous painters. It takes work to make a piece of art. I'm not talking about some of this modern, splash paint on the canvas with 2 fingers and you're done.
Yeah,
People think it's amazing. Finger painting with Trisha is another episode.
What about throw painting with Trisha? That's,
There you go. Nail painting. We'll have some nail painting classes.
Oh, yeah, I can't
Get the
teach
guys
that.
involved.
It's like everywhere.
It's funny.
And Michael, I know you guys have been married forever. Did you guys have things like that come up?
We had the first year, it was touch and go. We had super high highs, super low lows. We loved each other to death. We hated each other. But we have, we just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary in April. And there was a point in that first year that I was like, fuck it. And then I had to wait a minute. And I looked back throughout our marriage, and our first 4 or 5 years was hell. It was rocky as shit. And I compared what we went through then to what we were going through at that point. I was like, this ain't shit. We can get through this. Just like Anthony was saying, there's value here. We've been together, 20 years, or at that time, 19 years. Yeah, we can make this work. And we did. And we're happier than we've ever been right now.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see the love that you guys have for each other. And she puts up with you, and she just shakes her head. And
she knows that, Michael is crazy. Michael's funny. Michael flirts, and that we work.
Yeah. Yeah. I adore her. I think she's awesome. What about you, Alicia? Have you and Chris?
Oh gosh, it was really hard after my surgery because now you have to realize I used to be 560 pounds, and at 5'4", 560 pounds, it's really hard. I know. He helped me with everything, everything. So, we've been together for 21 years, and, he's probably the first half, the first 10 years was just, there was a lot. There's been a lot, and there will be, and that's part of, relationships. That's part of, being with someone, that many years. You guys are not going to get along every day, you're just not. And I think when I had a surgery, it was really hard for him because he was so used to doing everything for me, and then I was like, I don't need you. No, I can do it myself. And it hurt him. It really hurt him, and I was like, this was his thought, that I didn't need him anymore. So I was going to, lose some weight, then I was going to leave, and I didn't need him anymore. And he was just going to be, thrown out or whatever, And I had to sit down and explain to him, I love you very much. I'm not with you. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not with you because you do stuff for me. We do things for each other.
No crying.
I know. I'm a crybaby today. Stop it.
Don't you make my mascara run.
But, I had to sit down and say, Chris, I love you. I love you. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you do stuff for me, because we do stuff for each other. That's what a relationship is. You do stuff for each other, and and I told him one day, I said, if it doesn't work out after all these years with us, I can't even imagine being with anyone else, because I'm not going to go on these I know these people go on these dating sites, but they be finding some crazy people, and there's some crazy people, and I don't want to,
over there.
You're not going to find me. Oh, you'll see me on the news that Alicia was murdered because she met up with,
If you guys ever break up, I'll come to Portland and I'll date you. How's that?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, get my flirt in somewhere,
Can I just move in with you and Marty?
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, I really think, you know, I've had the conversation with my wife, you know, during the first year, you know, I think most spouses have that fear.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're going to lose all this weight and get your self-confidence and your self-esteem back, and you're going to be gone. You know, I have had to, you know, I've had the conversation with Angela that, you know, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
She said, but statistics say. I was like, we're going to prove them wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know, and the other thing I think is that's been hard for Chris is that, you know, I really like being in the weight loss community, and he doesn't like a lot of stuff he doesn't understand and he doesn't get, and you know, like I've made so many friends, and like at first when I would tell people like I'll sit here and I'll chat and like I mean he knows Michael and stuff, and I'll be like, Michael, I said I'll love you, or you know, and I tell my friends that, and at first he was like, why are you telling these dudes you love them, you know? I mean, even the first time that, like, I mention this all the time, that he was, like, very baffled by the fact that the first time I went to the first Waffle Palooza, I guess is what they call it, and Sarah, like, came over to me and just, like, straddled me and was like, he looked at me like, what the hell is going on? Like, he didn't want to let, I said, don't worry, that's just Sarah, you know? So, like, he gets it now, but I think at first, like, he was like, all you do is talk to these people online, and he had a hard time with that, you know? And so I guess I wanted to know how your guys' spouses feel about, you know, the whole, you know, weight loss community and stuff like that. Like,
Well, who wants to go first?
You should go first.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Okay. First time I was on Pretty Losers. Long time ago. Back when I looked a lot younger. No, I'm kidding. Back a while back. First episode. After the first episode, my wife Heather grew claws, and she wound up, you know, flashing her claws a lot, and it kind of felt like she was periodically accusing me of just trying to do anything that was warm and wet, and that's not who I am. That's not what I've turned into, and I may have lost a lot of weight, and yeah, my hormones are changing, but I'm not turning into some sort of man hooker. You know, it's not what I turned into. You know.
Michael's like, you didn't turn into me.
Michael's like, you're warm, you're wet, awesome.
my hormones were at that level way before I lost weight. I mean, I swear, and I didn't think it could get any worse. I'll do air quotes on that. I didn't think it could get any worse, but it's gotten pretty intense, and that's where compromise comes into the relationship, and there has to be some ebb and flow, and plenty of flow.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta learn to take care of your spouse in more attentive manners periodically. Either side, the person who's lost the weight or the person who hasn't lost the weight. So I'm not going to delve into that too much, but
Are you sure you don't want to give
that's a I guess I could call it a slippery slope.
Michael.
And Michael picks up now.
Yeah. What was the question?
I know, what was the question?
Do you seriously don't recall? You know, he's just like so flustered now. You just can't talk about boobies around Michael. That's because his mind just like, what?
Movies?
These things right here.
Oh, goodness. Put them away.
The moobs.
Literally, what was the question again?
No, it was how does your spouse feel about, you know, you being, you know, you're in the weight loss community, and you have, you know, I know you, Michael, you talk with so many people, and so like, how does Angela
deal with that? it was rocky. I mean, it's been rocky. You know, being able to manage my time between my online Facebook, YouTube, uh, real life people, you know, attention with her. We've had arguments, we've had fights, we've had, you know, just huge blow-ups over it. You know, she would get to the point, oh, you're neglecting me, you're not paying no attention to me, and I'd be like, well, fuck it, I'm done. Screw them. You know, I'll just pay all my attention to you. I'll delete my YouTube. I'll delete my Facebook. You know, blah 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 blah. blah. An hour later, I'm. It's, you know, but you know, you have to learn that balance. And I really, you know, she gets it. She knows that I need the support. I need my friends. I need, you know, and I talk to everybody. And I talk to a lot of people. And I am a flirt. And I am a huge flirt. And she knows that. But at the end of the day, she knows I'm going to be right there with her. No matter what. I mean, you know, I say, I love you. Oh, you're gorgeous. You're pretty. You know, hey, dude, what's up? You know, it's... Michael is Michael, and I was that way before surgery. I was a huge flirt then. But now that I've lost this much weight, oh, hell. I mean, people think I'm just a fucking whore.
You're not?
But I'm not.
Michael. Michael. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I just, you know, I flirt. And, you know, but she knows I do. And it
She just
doesn't
shakes
bother
her
me.
head. She's like,
Whatever. Oh, here he goes again, you know.
Yeah, and if Michael gets out of line a little bit, all you have to do is just call Angela and say, just knock him upside the head, and she will be glad to do it.
I think she enjoys that.
I do too.
I do too.
Yeah.
If I could interject for just a second to add to what he was saying, you know, I think a lot of what it is when you start losing the weight, you start gaining more of who you naturally are because you're not as concentrated upon, or you're not concentrating as much upon the envelope you've been stuffed in for the last 10, 15, 20 years. So you've kind of pulled yourself out of this, you know, wrinkly package, and now you're seeing that you're worth being around, you're worth talking to, you're worth having fun with. And one of the hardest things I think I heard was before I lost a lot of the weight that I lost, I mentioned to someone I wanted to go to Disneyland or Disney World, and they said, Disney World's not for fat people. I was like, oh, okay, so that's something to tell someone who needs to work on their body. So one of my goals eventually, and I don't know when it's going to be, it may be once I lose my last, 100 pounds here that I want to lose. I want to get down to around 245, 255, something like that. I'm sitting at 351 today, I believe, down from 512, which I think is awesome.
Amazing.
I've got a ways to go. I know it, but to me, now that I've lost the weight, it's only 100 pounds. Who thinks that? It's the people that have done it. That's the people who haven't had the weight loss surgery. You're gonna start telling yourselves, gosh, maybe this next Saturday I'll have lost another 10 pounds. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have your stalls. You're gonna have all these your ups and downs with your weight. And a lot of my ups and downs that I've found have been water weight. It's fluid, and fluid gets stuck in my legs. And if you can take some furosemide or Lasix, doctor prescribed or something over the counter, it's going to help you out. It will definitely help you out. Keep yourself hydrated. And one thing people will do is they'll take furosemide or they'll take Lasix, and they won't drink anything. You have to I think what my sister said or my mom said one day is you have to prime the pump. You take your Lasix or you take your furosemide and you take some water with it. And what it'll do is it'll start opening up those cells and drawing the water out. Because if you don't drink anything, you're just going to rob your body of the opportunity for that, chemical to draw out the moisture.
Right. Exactly.
Enough of the doctor's corner here.
Yeah, this is not what we're talking about today.
But with those, going back to the personality type of stuff, you kind of come back to who you naturally are, and it can be seen by your counterpart as you turning into somebody different when it's really just been who you were all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, exactly. I mean, my wife knew me. We actually met in 7th grade, so she knew me before I got super big. But even then, I thought I was super big. But I look back now, and I really wasn't. So I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know where I was going with that. Damn it.
What about you, Trisha?
Where am I again? How does the spouse feel about the weight loss community?
Yeah, I mean, how does he feel about, your time that's spent, with the weight loss community, just like all the things that
New
you're doing?
people, having some strange guy show up at your door.
Well, I just don't tell him. I just let it over. I don't think he cares. I mean, he's supportive, I guess, is a word, but most of the people I've met in the community that I've spent actual time with, he likes, and he encourages me to spend more time with them.
He likes me?
Whose phone is that?
It wasn't my phone.
Alicia?
It wasn't. Someone was trying to Skype someone or
it was
something.
like Scott.
I'm fixing that right now. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I'm gonna spank you later.
Someone, Trisha, I got a message on Facebook. Just saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it was from Lindsay, aka Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
She says that she can't comment, but she's watching, and she felt like she was at the meetup. She said, "Great pics. What a wonderful moment. Seriously, love you guys, and so happy this happened."
Me too. I'm really excited.
I just have to say, it was exciting because, I was in the middle of cooking, and you guys called me, and I was like, forget cooking. I was like, I want to talk to them.
We just passed you around, let everybody talk to you.
But it was so nice. It felt like we were all there.
I feel like I've met another brother from another mother. And
Exactly. I mean, it's yeah. It's
I know that I've not met.
It's not like we have talked and known each other forever.
Yeah.
I know that I have not met Michael yet in person, but we have FaceTimed so many times, and I've seen things that I have not wanted to see.
We've all seen those things.
And so, I feel like I know Michael. I'll say well, not really well. I feel like I know Michael, and I seriously, Michael, I just have to say, when I meet you, you better not even be shy, because I'm gonna give you the biggest hug ever. I'm just saying. But I feel like, he's one of those people in the community that do help others and reach out and are always there for others. So he's really important to me.
I just got a message from Christina. She's not able to get on. Google.
She blamed me. I know. It's my fault. She blamed me. No, I'm just kidding.
Google Hangout does that sometimes. Let me check the YouTube, and you guys can keep talking. I miss y'all. Love you guys watching the show.
Miss you.
I couldn't get on, she said.
Wish you were here, Christina.
Oh, also, Terry just had, my Michael, my Trisha, I'm greedy, she said. Terry Lopez, today she had surgery, and she's home and doing well. She just wants to thank everybody for the positive vibes and the prayers.
Still praying for you.
Yeah, we love that girl. She's a sweetheart. So, Lisa, do you want to check the YouTube really quickly?
Yeah, Mama Rose is watching. She said her computer was acting up, so she hoped that she could stay on. She says she loves us all. And then she said, I know the town love, my hometown, Dallas, Texas. Lots of places to see for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Terry said, hello, everyone. And then Mama Rose said, things change in life and friendships, relationships change. And it's okay to keep loving that person and respect that person. And life doesn't stop for anyone, right?
Right.
Sure.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
always
Very
true.
true.
Yeah. And Angelically So said, shit, sorry, late ladies and gents. And then she said, do tell. So, but yeah, I think, yeah, that's it. That's all we have.
Okay.
Going back to friendships, within the community, I attach like quick and hard. I mean, it's like, oh, I like you. Oh, you're my people. I like you, and I'm there, and it's like it can get overwhelming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes sometimes it's good to take a step back. But
Yeah.
It's no secret that I've had my issues with everyone, well, except for Anthony right here. I mean, with Alicia, and I've had some.
We can start, brother.
We'll discuss this later. I'll find something wrong. Just issues with Trisha, and off and on. But literally after this weekend, completely opened my eyes, and friendships come along. Lifelong friendships can just happen immediately, and that happened this weekend.
Don't make me cry. I'm gonna be Alicia.
I know.
So, Michael, the $1 million question is that everybody wants to know: is Trisha really the same way that she's in person?
Oh shit! Farting, barking, yeah. Trisha is Trisha, and what you see right here.
So what you're saying is Trisha is real.
Trisha's
not
real.
She is
Trisha
real.
is real.
Oh.
And what you see right here, and what you see in her videos, she's sweet, kind, loving, and she farts a lot.
I did not fart when you were here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you blamed it on Henry.
Yeah, did you have Henry with you? That's probably who she blamed.
Yeah.
I always have Henry with me.
No, I mean, she's real. She's 100%. This is who she is.
Oh, Christina says she's crying. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Like, Christina, honestly, like, I've never met anybody like her, ever.
Never. She is so sweet and adorable.
Like, I do the ugly cry when she leaves me. I'm like, I'm texting her as soon as she drives off. Are you coming back yet? Are you coming back?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna leave you.
I got the text. I'm not done. Come back.
I wanted to.
Christina's the same thing. I mean, what you see on her videos and on the show, that's who she is. I mean,
but better. Oh my God, it's better. Oh my God.
I mean, just so loving and caring and genuinely nice person.
Okay, Rocky said that you do fart, Trisha.
Do not listen to Rocky. Helen, shush.
No, but I was gonna say, one thing that I've noticed in my last 2 years, it's like you have to sometimes weed through all these people who you believe are your friends until you do get to the ones who truly are.
They come and go.
Yeah, they do, and
sometimes they come back.
Unfortunately. I did not just say that. I'm so sorry.
I didn't hear you, so.
I didn't say that. I don't know what happened, but no, and I've like there's a lot less in my circle, and I've actually feel so much happier, and like I feel very. The thing is in my life, I feel good about me. Like, I can spend time by myself. Stop it, Trisha. I can spend time by myself and really feel okay, and I'm happy with myself. And I think that that's really important.
We do have another comment. Amanda said, I'm so sad. I've been trying to comment all night, but it won't let me. But I love you all. You are super inspiring. I enjoy watching you all.
Sparkly eyes.
Oh, and Penny said she's watching. She can't comment. She's watching.
Penny, are you watching us? I love Penny. She's sweet.
We're gonna have to get like an 800 number people can call or something
Right?
like that.
Hey, we should totally do that.
You can get free 800 numbers, or you can get even a Vonage type of number and have people.
Got a 1-900 number.
Christina says, I'm a longtime loyal friend always, as long as you have me. And then she said, I love Alicia.
What was that word for, Anthony?
Said, I love Alicia. You're too cute.
Oh.
But she loves me more. Sorry.
That's not what she said. She did not say
Christina,
that.
who do you love more, me or Alicia? And
Or
do
Michael.
not pick Michael.
Or Michael.
Or Anthony.
I don't want to know what
Helen
Helen
I
thinks.
am. Look how cute I am.
I can't compete with that. Sorry.
Right?
Good idea. I'll answer the calls. She's so cute.
We need a call screener.
Yeah, we should get an 800 number. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna write it down.
Do it.
800 number. You can remind me later.
Cool.
Okay. So, Michael, what's going on with Sizzle This week?
Sizzle this week, we have an amazing guest. Her name is Donna, and we're actually talking about life after weight loss, dealing with, after you reach maintenance and you better regain, and how to get back on track and get the weight back off. So that will be Friday night with me, Christy, and Dennis.
Awesome. And we also have a giveaway going for Pretty Sizzle.
Pretty Sizzle.
And if you're confused about Pretty Sizzle, that's PrettyLosers and Sizzle This. And Gene Pro is sponsoring an awesome giveaway. And I thought I wrote down the date.
The 15th.
The 15th at midnight is when it ends.
Christy, I need you back now. If you do go to the Gene Pro website, you can enter PS15 for a discount.
15.
But enter to win the giveaway. There's 3 prizes. All are very awesome. Michael, what are they?
The first place prize will be a 90-day supply of Gene Pro and a $50 gift card to their website.
Ooh.
And then the second and third place is the 30-day supply of Gene Pro.
That's an awesome prize.
That's
pretty
awesome. I mean,
good.
yeah.
I'm going to win, so just saying. And I already told Michael that I would give him the $50 gift card, and he can use it.
What about me?
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Anthony, you need to enter so you won't be low on your protein.
And and I do have to say that this. Okay, I'm gonna say this. You can actually enter if you tweet. You can enter through Twitter every day. Also, an extra entry.
Oh, are you doing it now, Anthony?
No.
No.
Nope.
You're fired. Can I eject him? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
All right. And Christina did answer the question, and she said everybody. And then she said, okay.
Say that.
He loves Henry more.
Well, Henry is special. I love Henry.
Hashtag Henry is a what was that? Henry is a people. Henry is people. Yeah. Hashtag Henry is people.
Clean my ears for me.
And Henry doesn't like guys. Like he does not like guys. He went up to Michael and he was like, you have dirty ears, let me clean them.
I hop up on my shoulder and just start cleaning my ears and licking on me. Give me this.
And Michael enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
I think Michael enjoys any attention he gets.
I am.
He had a lot of attention.
I did.
He was in the middle of all of us, and we were giving him kisses. Even Mama Connie.
I saw that.
What's wrong, Anthony?
Nothing.
Who wants to be in the middle?
Is that what it is, Anthony?
Perhaps.
You got kisses from Mama Connie, too. She's very special.
Oh,
She's a sweetheart.
everyone's got to love kisses.
I love kisses, too. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and wrap it up, and we will talk to you guys next week. We have Christy Collins on from Sizzle This next week. She's actually hitting her 6-month surgiversary.
Mm-hmm.
So let's find out what she's doing, what's going on with her. And then the following week, we're going to have Tiffany on with us. So I'm really excited. Tiffany? You don't know Tiffany?
Tiffany's Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany. Michael?
I know her. You just said Tiffany. I mean, there's several Tiffany's out there.
Michael needs a spanking.
I'm going to call Angela.
Call her.
And then the following week, we're going to have all the members of Sizzle This. Sizzle This is taking over PrettyLosers, so be prepared.
I'm getting very comfortable right here.
I know, aren't you? I'm just brushing off that seat for you. All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.